In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to accept check payments in WooCommerce. Now, this video is for anyone looking to, as you guessed, accept check payments, but it can also be used as a way to test the checkout process. So instead of buying your products with a credit card or some other way like PayPal, you can just say, hey, I'm going to pay with check. And you'll be able to see what the actual checkout process looks like and a lot of other things within the dashboard. So in order to enable checks, the first thing you want to do is go to the settings page for WooCommerce. And from here, go ahead and click on the payments tab. You're going to see a couple options like accept payments with Woo. This is where you can use a credit card, PayPal payments, and we're going to want to go to take offline payments. When you click into that, it's going to give you a couple different options like direct bank transfer, check payments. This is what we want, or cash on delivery. So go ahead and click enable for check payments. And then it'll change and you'll see manage. Go ahead and click manage. What we're going to do now is take a look at each of the settings that are provided. So the first option is just enable or disable. Yeah, we just enable check payments. For the title, it's defaulted to check payments. And yeah, it says this controls the title, which the user sees during checkout. For the description, by default, it says please send a check to store name, etc., etc. So that's going to explain to people what to do. The help says payment method description that the customer will see on your checkout. And finally, instructions. There's no default value set, but it says instructions that will be added to the thank you page and emails. Let's go ahead and check out the official WooCommerce documentation. It'll give you a few more examples of what you could put on there. So in this case, it does have instructions, and it says to change the order status, use the orders page here. So you could see what the official documentation recommends for these settings. But we're going to go back to our settings, and we're going to fill these things out. The only thing I'm going to add really is to the instructions. I'm going to say instruction or check instructions go here. That's going to help us figure out where this actually is displayed. Okay, so now that we've saved the settings here, we're going to go visit our store as a normal user would in an incognito window, so that we're not logged in. And so here's the shop, and we're going to click on the beanie with a logo to add that to the cart. And as you can see, it says one in cart, and then we're going to go ahead and view the cart. So this is the cart. Not much happening here, but let's go ahead and click on proceed to checkout. And let's scroll down the page a little bit. Here you can see the payment options is listed. It says check payments. So that's the title. Please send a check to store name, store street, etc. So again, this is the title, check payments, shows right here. And then the description that you entered here will show up right underneath that title. Let's go back to the checkout. I ended up filling out all the details, and let's go ahead and click place order. Now we're going to scroll down the page, and as you can see here, it says check instructions go here. So after the user has placed the order, this is where the check instructions go as a reminder. Again, instructions, check instructions go here. So right now, we're using a plugin called WP Mail Logging. There's several plugins similar to this, but basically what it does is it stores a copy of all the emails sent from your WordPress. I'm in a dev environment right now, so it's not actually sending any emails, but I want to see what the emails look like. So here's the email. I put customer1@domain.org as the email address. So let's go ahead and take a look at that email. The content is pretty small, so I'm going to zoom in. So you could see here that says, hi, John, thanks for your order. Check instructions go here. So this is another place that those instructions are going to go. Next, we're going to view the actual orders. So if you go to WooCommerce and click orders, you're going to see the actual order that was placed. It's currently on hold. And if you mouse over that, it's going to say the order is awaiting payment confirmation. Stock is reduced, but you need to confirm payment. Before viewing this order, let's take a look at the analytics. So you'll go to analytics and then revenue. And the very first thing it's going to say is revenue is now reported from paid orders. We now collect orders in this table based on when the payment went through rather than when they were placed. You can change this in the settings. Go ahead and click got it. And as you can see, it's a check payment, and we have not received the payment yet. So you're not really going to see any dollars in here yet. But let's go back to the orders. And we're going to click on John Smith. That's the person who ordered the product. Take note that it will say up here payment via check payments. So that's one way to see that the user selected check payments. The status is on hold. When you click into that, you'll be able to select different parts of the process there, like pending payment, processing, completed, canceled, etc. But we're going to go ahead and click on complete and assume that the check came in and it cleared, and then go ahead and update this order. And now we're going to go back to the analytics and revenue. And as you can see here, now that we completed the check order, it now says $18 for the gross sales. In full transparency, I do want to let you know that I had a lot of trouble getting that order to show up in the reports. When you Google, check order not showing in the revenue, there's a couple different things that could be involved. One thing is you may need to clear the analytics cache. Another thing is rebuilding the orders. And you know what I think it was for me? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was a time zone issue. I ordered the product late at night, but the store may have been in a different time zone, so it may have been counting the order to actually tomorrow, not today. But anyways, I just wanted to give you a heads up that I did run into an issue with it showing in the revenue reports. But anyways, I hope you learned how to configure the checks, the accepting checks in WooCommerce. Again, if you actually do accept checks, great, now you know how to do that. Or if you want to just test out your store, go through the checkout process, view the emails that are sent, etc., go through that user journey, you can just use the check option as an easy way to get through it. Comment if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. And if you enjoyed this content, definitely subscribe and help support our channel. All right, thanks, everybody.